Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Genghis Kaz, aka Kaz Controversy, aka the Brown Mamba, and bringing you another one. Um, this is part two to the Rikers Island joint. So I promise y'all, I was supposed to drop this yesterday, but because I dropped the other one, I think the day before. But this, here we go, right? Let's get straight to it, like I always say. So I remember when I did in 2018. I was alright. I think it was like around September, like September 3rd. I got caught up, and I did 12 months on Rikers Island. So I was fighting a case, and I took it to trial. I beat it. I came home September 13th on the anniversary of Tupac's death. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. I'll never forget that. So I can't. I got locked up 2018 September and came home 2019 in September. You know what I'm saying? So I did 12 months straight in Rikers Island, like 12 months and 2 weeks. And I'll never. That was out of all the times I've been locked up. That probably was like the worst one. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen, and trust me, I've been up north, I've been upstate, but this one right there. I mean, yo. I remember. Look, as soon as I went, I was in a 5 building, right, in C75. I was in 18 Upper West in the 5 building. You know what I'm saying? And that was the only building I was in. I did my whole 12 months in the same house. The whole, you know what I mean? That's how you know when a nigga do what he do. He keep it real when he stay, and he just, you know, I follow the code because a lot of dudes that go in there, they don't last long in the same dorm, in the same house or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be getting packed up, they be getting robbed, they be getting jumped, they be getting smacked up. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reasons, because of their charge or because they talking to police or they just moving wrong in there. You know what I'm saying? They stealing or they just doing bozo stuff and they getting spanked out the crib. So I remember when I first went there from intake. I remember when I got there, when I went through the door, I was in a blood house. The first thing they asked me was this tall dude. He was the big homie of the house. He was running the crib for the Bloods and all that. And the first thing they asked me was like, yo, you banging? I was like, nah. I told him, nah, I don't gang. I got that from the 50 song, you know what I'm saying? But I said it just like that. I was like, nah, I don't gang, son. And I kept it moving, you know what I'm saying? I went, picked my bed, made my bed, and I went straight to sleep that night. Even though there was mad noise going on, dudes was playing skelsies. It was mad loud, but I blocked all that shit out because I got a lot of experience already from being locked up. So that shit didn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? I was already used to it, and boom. So I adapted immediately. So, you know, I know how to fall in. And excuse me, my bad. While I'm doing this, I'm cooking at the same time. I don't think that's ever been done. Talking jail stories on the vlog and cooking at the same time. I'm over here, Chef Boar Kaz. But yeah. So everything was smooth. You know what I'm saying? The first couple of weeks it was alright. You know, I was falling in. You know, saying dudes was feeling my swag, whatever. Niggas was fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? I remember the first situation I seen in there. Was of course the homies. They was spanking everybody was in there. Them niggas, especially the dude that was running the house. Like I'm not gonna say no names, you know what I'm saying? Actually, them niggas fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say no names out of respect for those individuals, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't just put people out there, or you know what I'm saying, without anybody's permission on that. In terms of like when it comes to shit like that, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause this is the streets, you know what I'm saying? So. It was like, and my fault if y'all hear the TV out in the background. I actually got, I was watching the last night's NBA highlights. My bad, y'all, for real, man. I'm supposed to be more focused on the story. But I'm over here cooking and I got that damn TV playing in the back. I'm about to turn the volume down. But yeah, so I remember the first one I seen, it was like early in the morning. It was like, because I remember, I think breakfast used to get there by like 4:30 to 5 in the morning. Man, let me turn this damn volume. I'm gonna put this on mute real quick. So yeah, so it was like like 4:35 in the morning, and I think that's, if I remember, that's when they turned the phones on in Rikers Island, and well, that's all citywide in New York. So I think they turned the phones on like around 5:30 in the morning or something like that. So it was the Spanish. I think he was Spanish if I remember. It was a Spanish dude. He was making an early phone call. He was like one of the first to be up and make a phone call. And he basically I don't even know what the argument was. That he started arguing with one of the homies, and then it was my dude too. That was my dude. I used to play dominoes with him and shit. We used to bug out. But my son used to spank niggas, man. He didn't hesitate. He used to punch niggas in the face like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? I can't even remember his name, but even though I said I wasn't gonna say names anyway. So all I know is that I heard they was arguing back and forth about the phone, and he just and you know the phones is next to the bathroom, and between the bathroom and the bubble, the bubble with the for those who don't know, the bubble is basically where the COs stay at. You know, the windows and they call it the bubble. You know what I'm saying? That's where the COs stay in. You know what I mean? And all I know is they started wailing on him, man. They started beating the shit out this dude. They started fighting it, but when he started hitting them, all the homies like woke up to that shit. They all jumped out their bed. It was like eight bloods jumping this dude in the bathroom. I mean, beating the shit out of him. I ain't even seen the dude, the big homie. That nigga, he grabbed the chair, one of the day room chairs, and they was hitting him with the chair. I mean, they had this dude bloody, man. It looked like he was a Stone Cold Steve Austin match, barbed wire or something. And they beat the shit out this dude, and they got him out the crib. You know what I'm saying? It was all over the phone, all because of the phone. Then another one where I remember it was this dude. He had a rape charge or something, and he came to the crib, and the homies decided to because the COs in there, they'll tell you information, you know what I'm saying, that the COs, dudes that's running the crib, if they go to the COs and ask them for info, they're gonna tell you what you're in there for. They find out, the COs that drop info on dudes. So it was this chick, the Spanish chick, that all them niggas was on her shit. She was cute, you know what I'm saying? But she's a fucking CO. I don't give a fuck how good a CO look. I don't fuck with them, period. You got a badge, fuck you. But anyway, so they must have gave information about the dude that just came in the crib. So it was nighttime and shit. I remember the dude came in, he made his bed, and he was walking towards the shower. He went to go take a shower. They waited for him to get in the shower, and that's the worst, man, because you in there naked, you taking a shower, and in there in the shower was like a little metal booth, and you taking a shower, and there's hardly no space in there. You taking a shower in there, first of all, you wet and you naked, so you mad vulnerable, you know what I'm saying? So they went in there, and they beat the shit out this dude, man. All you hear this dude's yelling. He was yelling like Whitney Houston or something in a song. Like he sounded like Mariah Carey with that high pitch. They was beating the brakes off this boy. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy, man. I'll never forget that, man. They could have killed him in there, man. If they wanted to, they could have cut him, killed him, whatever. But they just beat the shit out of him and got him out the crib. I seen so many things, man. Even me almost got into some. I'll give you one with me that I tell you I never had a fight in jail. I didn't at all. All my fights and wars came from the streets, not from jail or prison. Because the way I always knew how to conduct myself and I beat dudes with intelligence. I mentioned that in the last video, I believe. But anyway, I remember it was this dude they used to call him. I think they called him Brooklyn or something like that. And I remember he came to the crib and it was this big brolic black dude. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't big. He wasn't tall. He was like my height, at least I'm only 5'11". You know what I'm saying? But he was somewhere around my height, maybe an inch taller. But you know what I'm saying? He came in there. He was on some real rah bullshit. So I got tight, you know what I'm saying? And I forgot what it was. Oh, I was playing dominoes in the day room. And you know Spanish niggas always in the domino table. So I'm playing dominoes in the table and shit with the old timers and this dude, they watching TV. You know, it's always a thing where dudes watching the TV in the day room and the dudes playing dominoes. Dudes get aggravated because niggas be slamming the dominoes or just, they hear the noise of the dominoes, so they get aggravated, you know what I'm saying? So basically, he turned around. He knew in the crib too. I've been there. I was already in. I think this was already going on 8 months. I was in that crib already. So I was already established. He got the nerve to be like, yo, shut the fuck up with them dominoes and all that. I'm like, what? Yo. So I don't argue with dudes, you know what I'm saying? So I got up off the table on some real quiet shit. I went to the back. I went to go holler at one of my Muslim brothers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Muslim, but I had a lot of Muslim homies in there I used to chill with. So, and this dude, Well, actually, no, he had left. This was one of his Muslim brothers that had stood behind. The other dude went downstairs in the bottom dorms, and 18 lower. So the dude went. I went to go holler at one of the Muslim brothers, and they fuck with me. So I said, yo, son, I need that piece that homie left behind, that such and such left behind. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man. I'm not gonna say no names. I almost got caught out there. That my homie left behind, and so he was like, "Yo, I got you, Kaz. Yo, go to the bathroom. It's behind the sink. You know what I'm saying? Where the mops and the brooms and everything is at." So I went in there and I grabbed the shank. You know what I'm saying? And boom, I put that shit. I had put my boots on and all that. So I had boots. I put the shank in the boot, and then I walked to the day room. And actually, no, I'm bugging. I usually used to put the shank in the boot and walk around with it. That was kind of crazy because of the turtles, the search team come in the crib. I could get caught with that because you got to get strip search and all that. But I used to do that anyway. This is Rikers Island. Like I used to be prepared just in case of anything. You know what I'm saying? But some days it was like that. They might be high tension in the crib, so that shit make a nigga feel funny. You feel like you got to protect yourself. You never know. You know, so I don't trust nobody in there. But anyway, so I went to the day room and I went right up to the dude and I said, yo, son. I said, yo, what's up, son? What you was saying about that domino chick? What up? He must have felt, he knew that I must have had something. Like, yo, I had this brolic dude shook. Like this is true story, man. That's word to everything, man. He was like, he froze up and he was like, yo, nah. He was like, nah, I ain't got no problem with you. Nah, you good. And he brushed it off. He tried to like, you know what I mean? But I was still watching him because a nigga might brush it off because he know you got the drop on him. But that doesn't mean that he could be scared neither. That can mean that he know that you got the drop on him. He know he's naked. He don't got no hammer on him. So he must be like, yo, it's Puerto Rican nigga, man. He might got the hammer on him. Nah, let me just play it cool, guy. I don't want this nigga to cut me or stab me right now. So whatever. But I backed him down. He ain't say shit. And nothing never proceeded after that. Like I never said nothing to him. He ain't say nothing to me. But I backed him down that day in the day room on the law. I did that shit smooth too. Like I wasn't loud about it, but I went on some real, just like right over him while he was sitting on the chair in the day room. I just went right over him and told him that. You know what I'm saying? And I know he was like, oh shit, this nigga smooth with that. Like, you know what I mean? Nah, I can't. I don't know what he got. I'm gonna leave it alone. So that was one of the stories with me. That's it, man. I'm gonna keep this short, man. I might do a part 3 if you want, man. Yo. Press the like button and subscribe. Comment down at the bottom. Let me know if you want to hear some more. Zoo. I call this series. I'm calling it Zoo Tales. You know, like the zoo, cause that's where the animals play. So I call it Zoo Tales. So let me know if you like. You know what I'm saying? And yo, I'll do more of these. You know what I'm saying? I got another one. Besides Rikers Island, like I told you, I was in the Tombs, and I was also the Tombs is in Manhattan, and I was also on the boat, aka the barge. Is in the Bronx and back at Hunts Point in the Bronx. So let me know if you want to hear more of my experiences and my stories about being locked up or even being in the hood. I got 1,000 hood stories for y'all. If y'all want to hear some hood stories, I got kind of content for y'all, and this is what I love doing, and this is what I want to do for y'all, man. Yo, it's your boy Genghis Kaz, 2 Tick Away 1.